as they
It's
say.
a new year. It's 2023, and Dark Brian's coming out in full force, baby. He's towing people. He's leaving 2-star Google reviews, and it is wonderful.
We are very proud of him. Everyone give him a nice round of applause. Hey everyone. You adjusted?
Yeah.
Welcome to episode number 88? 87? 89?
I think it's 89.
89
If it's not, I'll flash a number on the screen. It's probably right, though.
of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. It is the new year. It is 2023. We're
Welcome.
here. Welcome. Hope you guys had a wonderful, relaxing holiday break. Good start to the new year. And we're back. We're going to eat some food for y'all.
For you.
For you.
Yeah,
We're eating it for you.
We're going to mama bird it into your mouth.
And then talk about our breaks, talk about, just some shenanigans. And we're looking forward to spending the next hour here.
Together. And with you. So welcome. Strap in, because it's going to be a relaxing time.
I forgot the Drake tears.
Every time.
God
also,
damn it.
when I was looking at the photo of this, first of all, real quick, Nick, what are we eating today?
We're eating from a local Mediterranean restaurant called Amir's Falafel in Studio City. And I'm very excited. It's very highly reviewed, and I've never eaten there.
And you know that when they just have somebody's name
Yep.
and then falafel, it's going to fuck.
It's going to absolutely fuck. And the storefront just doesn't look pretty. But when there's a storefront that doesn't look good and they're still getting 5-star reviews, it's more going to be like a 10-star review.
When it's just like a hole in the wall kind
Yeah.
of thing. You walk in, there's like 2 tables, and there's like one guy who's like a little racist behind the thing, like says some shit to you that you're like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
You know that the food's gonna be great.
He always says like, hey, pretty girl, come in. He's always just a little bit like, I don't think you can say that anymore.
Yeah. He's like, you know that he's a little touchy.
Yeah.
A
bit.
little too much.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Enough to make you uncomfortable, but not enough to make you like call HR.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
It's one
But
of
a
those
little bit
things.
like, fine line. It's a little gray area.
Yeah.
But the food's going to slap.
Yeah. So
That's this.
I'm eating a chicken shawarma pita pocket today, and what do you got?
I've got a chicken shawarma. They call this a salad bowl.
Yeah,
by
I
the way.
read that, and they were like, it can either be on lettuce or rice. And I'm like, then it's not a salad.
It's not a salad. It's literally got chicken and rice and like hummus and like veggie. It's not a salad. It's just like a bowl.
Just call it a rice bowl.
Like a rice bowl. Yeah.
That makes more sense. It looks good,
I'm very
though.
excited about it.
But anyways, to the when I was looking at the menu, I saw like the pita, and I was just like, that looks kind of small. Maybe I should get 2. And then when I went to the order online, it was like $13,
Yeah.
and I was like, that better be a fucking
If it is
big
small,
thing.
yeah, I'm gonna be pissed.
So just looking at the size of the wrap, looks pretty good. Oh, they literally just cut open a fucking pita.
Yeah, that's
let's go, dude.
That shit is like a turtle shell right
Yeah,
there. That's crazy.
yeah. This is like what those poor little guys see right before they get boiled alive.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
All right,
We've been watching a lot of bizarre
Get back into the podcasting.
Yep. We're getting there. We've been watching a lot of bizarre foods with Andrew Zimmern. Because
Was that on, like, Food Network? Oh, Discovery.
Yeah. Discovery's trying to get rid of all their shit. So we were like, oh, let's watch it before they get rid of it. And every time we watch it, they're just like, oh, like all these like beautiful foods and stuff like that. They use every part of the animal. And then I'm like, oh no.
Every part.
And then
of
they
the
show
animal.
you like them butchering it in like a square
Oh
while they
my
like pray
God.
over shit. And I'm like, stop.
That's fucking horrible.
So every time it happens, I just like look away. But all right,
Taste
first bite.
test.
Here we go. Yo.
That's a banger. There's a lot of good flavors in here. Ooh, I need another one just to tell.
It's like mixed pretty well too. Like it's kind of like centered down, but like first bite.
You got a lot of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the chicken's all the way up. I can tell that they kind of cut it because this is still just like bread all the way around it, but all the way to the bottom. Like there's stuff in there.
Packed.
Like all the way to here.
Ooh.
Like it's all the way in there.
Okay.
So I'm a little excited.
I dig it. It's very like full feeling. Like it doesn't feel. I think it could use a little more spice. I mean, I could have asked for something spicy in it, but I was a little nervous just in case. But like, I think it could use like a tinge of spice. Salt content is there. Chicken's great. These veggies are very fresh and crispy. These carrots. These carrots slap. Yeah, man, this is solid. I mean, I would say, I don't remember how much we paid for it. It wasn't like expensive, but it wasn't like dirt cheap either. It was like middle of the road, $15.
I have paid more for a chicken shawarma sandwich. Jesus. I've paid more for less.
Yeah.
Before. So
That's true.
I think for the value, pretty damn good.
Yeah, for the value, pretty damn good.
I think there's a little too much cuke in here.
Yeah,
for my
there's quite a bit of cucumber in mine as well.
But there's something to be said about the simplicity and beauty of like Mediterranean food in general.
Yeah, cucumbers.
That like it's literally just like, you know,
Tomatoes.
a bunch of like fresh veggies, one protein that's like has a lot of flavor to it. Usually cooked really well because it's always on like that fucking spit, and then they just slice that shit off. God, I love that shit so much. It's the only thing that makes that spit better is if it's al pastor on it.
Oh my god, dude!
But you know, it's Mediterranean food, not Latin food. So
I would love Mediterranean food, like this same thing, but with al pastor instead. Oh my god, dude! That would be
Could
so
you
fucking
imagine?
good. Holy
somebody make us Mediterranean Mexican fusion.
Please, I will pay through the
Latin
nose.
Mediterranean fusion, which kind of makes sense because Latin originated in.
We all came from the same place originally.
True. You trace the lineage back far enough.
Far enough, we all
the
just came
same
from
thing, baby. It's a lot of inbreeding.
Absolutely.
If you go back far enough, it's all just
fucking your brothers and cousins.
yeah, it's gross. But hey, we're far from that now, so it doesn't matter because it's 2023,
It's 2023.
the year of our Lord.
We're here.
I mean, granted, it's not really 2023. It's just 2023 from like when we kind of started counting.
Sure.
But you know what I mean.
It's more like 7 billion.
Yeah, it's a much bigger number than 2000, but whatever.
A formality. All right. I've had enough of this to give it a good rating. The value does play into it. The taste is there. It's not mind-blowing flavor, but it is. I know I'm going to be full after this.
Yep.
I
know
know
you're
I'm
not
not going to feel like
bad
shit.
about it.
Yeah. So honestly, because of that, I will give it. I'm going to give it a 7.5 because this is, I would get it again for sure. And it's probably much cheaper if you pick it up even. So it's probably even closer to like $12 a person instead of 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7.5. This is solid. I like it.
Yeah. I think mine's sitting around 7.25. Because again, it's not reinventing the wheel in any way, shape, or form. I think all of the flavors do like meld together pretty well, and I am very happy that with every bite I get a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's always a problem with sandwiches.
Yeah.
In particular.
Absolutely.
And like the
Everything settles
presentation
weird.
of this is nice. It keeps together really well. A lot of times you get it where it's like really thin pita and like wrapped, so it all leaks out of the bottom. But this like truly is like a pocket.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a pocket.
so it's like it holds it really well. It tastes really good. I feel like we said this multiple times, but I feel like every time we should always like the caveat is that like you should always probably add like a 0.25 to what we say if you're eating it in the restaurant.
Right, exactly.
Because we're getting it delivered, so it's not like like a fully accurate representation. But I mean, it's really solid. I think it tastes really good. The value is there. I think it could be a little cheaper.
I agree.
But I'm not.
I agree.
But like not exorbitantly. Like I'm
Right.
not mad.
A couple dollars cheaper.
I mean, I would take 75 cents off.
Okay.
I'd be fine with that.
All right.
But
Solid.
like it's it's good. It's very good. Big fan.
The thing is,
I get that it has high reviews.
yeah. For the pricing, they say it's a little misleading because they're like on their website, it's like, oh, $11 for a pita sandwich. And then you go, but if you want anything in it, it's an extra $3. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I going to get? Just like a plain pita with cucumbers?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. So I think marketing could be a little play into that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just be a little more upfront with the pricing. Mm-hmm. But I'm not mad. Oh, dude, I'm getting into the bottom now, so it's just a fuck ton of chicken down here.
Yeah.
So maybe this review changes in a little bit because I'm
Maybe
not
he
sure
adds a 2.5.
if the veggies go all the way down. Because if they don't, I'll be a little sad because I like having that little bit of brightness, that
crisp.
tiny bit of acidity,
Yes.
alongside with the earthiness of the chicken. But God, this pita's good. Like by itself,
It looks like nice and fluffy and not like crispy or
like that dipped in hummus,
flaky.
dude. That would be incredible. This garlic sauce is pretty good too. Very, very, very normal.
very normal.
Very, very just common
Yeah.
garlic sauce, especially for Mediterranean food. But it's good. It's good. It's good. I like it.
But it's solid.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I'm trying to compare it to like pretty baseline Mediterranean food, which I don't know in my mind. I guess that would be like, I don't know, maybe like Rodini Park or like
Yeah.
something like that.
There's There's like a fast food Mediterranean place. It's kind of like Chipotle, like a fast casual, where you go up and you tell them at the counter like what you want.
That sounds great.
It's like over in. There's one of them over in Burbank, like right in the Empire Center, by that like Walmart and Target and shit.
Right.
I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. But that's always kind of been like my baseline.
Okay.
Of like, this place is good and it's replicatable because it's the same thing every day, right? This feels a little more like homey.
Yeah, I agree.
Compared to that.
Yes.
So I would much rather prefer this over
right, same. Like this
places.
doesn't feel like, oh, they just heated up the chicken and whatever.
Yeah.
Like it does feel prepared.
Yeah.
So that it is nice. It is a notch above that. Yeah. I'd say my 7.5 is an accurate review.
Oh my god, dude. So they put hummus all the way down, right?
Wow.
Hummus is great.
Just like a pocket of hummus.
That's all meat. From
Holy
now
shit.
on, all the way down, that's just meat.
Holy shit.
And I'm not mad about it.
No, dude.
I wish there was a little bit more veggies. I'm not gonna lie. I want that brightness, but
But now you're just getting a pocket of meat.
now I'm not mad.
You're getting a meat pocket.
I love a meat pocket. I love when there's meat in my pocket.
Always.
That's not gonna work the way I wanted it to.
Tell us about your trip, your travel woes. Might be time for your travel woes, not mine. I didn't have any, actually. Surprisingly.
Dude, I'm so happy for you.
Did not have a single travel woe over one of the more difficult travel periods.
Especially with Southwest just fucking
Yeah,
all their shit up. And then
exactly.
blaming their IT department.
I know.
Like, bro, they were asking for that shit for like 20 years. And you said no because you didn't want to spend the money on it. And now you're fucked because of it.
Because you use floppy disks.
Of course. A fucking Fortran punch cards.
Yeah.
There's a dude in a server room who hasn't left in 80 years. I remember when Turing brought this to us. They're like, whoa, what?
What the fuck?
Bro, it's just like a skeleton. Just putting things in there.
They weekend at Bernie'd him. They spent more on the skeleton rig than they did on the... Okay.
That was terrifying. Holy shit. What was that?
It was my telephone
Oh.
falling out of my...
Mi teléfono.
Mi teléfono.
That's what you get for wearing a fucking all gray tracksuit, my guy.
I guess so, huh? I put this on, I was like, fuck, it's all gray.
The best part is I was like kind of ballsy to like eat
I know.
like spiced food.
I know. I didn't even think about it.
Bold choice.
I know. And I'm going to wear this to or at least this to my tennis match. It's like my workout
Oh, fuck
shirt.
yeah,
So,
dude.
I hope I don't spill anything on it.
Dude, honestly, that's going to be the best, though. You're going to sweat in it while you're eating this food. Your body's going to be digesting that.
You're right.
And then you're going to go out there and you're immediately going to put it back into work.
That's a fact.
You're going to be like, let's go.
I'm fucking
Let's
ready
fuck this
for
shit
it.
up. Hell yeah.
Dude, anyways, sorry. Fill me in on your travels.
It wasn't even like that bad, but it was... So Megan and I have decided basically that traveling so much over like the 1 week a year that we actually get off is like not super fun. No. So like why would we want to go to one city, fly all the way from the West Coast to the Midwest,
That's a long fucking
and
day.
then spend like a day or two with one family, drive 3 hours to the other family, and then drive another 2-3 hours to the airport all in the space of a week and then fly back here. It's just a lot, man. So we've decided basically we'll do the alternating thing now of like every year we go see one family.
Yeah.
Do that.
I think that's fair.
Totally fine.
That's very fair.
Everybody's chill with it. Whew. The
Chicken's coming back.
yeah, it's coming. It's coming to fight me a little bit.
I'll get some Drake tears for you.
Thanks, man.
You tell this story.
But we basically get to a point. He's just always gotta make a scene. But we basically get to that point and we're like, okay, cool. We are going to fly to Cleveland. I'm going to meet her extended family and everything like that. Her cousins, her aunts, her uncles, her nephews. No, she has a niece. What is that a thing? Like if you're the cousin of somebody who has a kid, what are you? A second cousin? Second cousin. So she's a second cousin.
Or first cousin once removed, I think, actually.
Are they the same thing?
No, those are different things.
Oh.
Oh, look. So,
right.
so you're talking about say your cousin has
Yes.
a child. What is their child to you?
Correct. Your first
I want to
cousin.
say it's first cousin for once removed, but we'll see.
I'm excited, actually. I love learning about this shit because none of it ever makes sense to me. So we booked tickets from LA. We have a layover in Chicago for about an hour and a half. And we have a 45-minute flight to Cleveland. 45 minutes to an hour, depending on whatever. Because it's a short flight.
Everything there's, short flight.
So we're like, okay, cool. We buy it. They're really fucking expensive because, of course, they are. Because the airlines are a racket and don't deserve to be bailed out.
Uh-huh.
let them fail. Or nationalize it. Well, they were nationalized. Never mind. Still let them fail. So we figured, okay, we've got this. Timing's planned out perfectly. It should be fine. We're going to get there. Everything will be okay. Huge blizzard blows through the Midwest. I mean, like -40 wind chill, like 1.5 feet of snow in some places.
Crazy shit.
And we're like, fuck, this might fuck us over. So we're sitting there, we're looking at the weather. We're like, okay, it'll be fine. Weather kind of clears out by the day that we're going to fly, which is Christmas Eve. We're flying December 24th.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, cool. Like, we should be totally fine. Get to the airport, get to our gate, get some coffees. It's like, dude, I've always flown either like red eyes or like early in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
We got a flight for like 1 p.m. And we were like, wow, this is lovely.
It's gonna get you in late as hell, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Still though, that's not bad. It, like not having to rush to the airport or vice versa, not having to like sleep on a plane.
Yeah. We woke up in the morning, refreshed, cleaned the apartment a little bit, got all of our shit together, headed out. We're there with like an hour to spare. Get through security in like 5 minutes. There was nobody in security, bro. Yeah. It was wild.
It's like a weird ass time to fly.
Yeah, I know. But we're like, fuck, we need to get TSA pre-check. We keep saying it, but we just never do it.
You have to get pre-check.
I know. We'll get there. So we get to the gate. About 45 minutes into us waiting at this gate, we see a delay flash on the screen. And this is in LAX. So we're like, okay, maybe there's like some shit happening in Chicago. Check the weather in Chicago.
Clear as fuck.
Yeah, totally fine. So we're like, what the hell? And they come on and they're like, hey, so the plane is here, but the crew that was on this plane was a temporary crew. We don't have a crew for your plane, for your flight. We're going to do what we can to get them here in time, but it's probably going to be about 2 hours.
What?
So we're like, what? And so the delay extends again. Our flight's supposed to leave at like 1:20. It's now slated to leave at like 4.
Oh.
So we're like, okay, shit. So we leave, go to like customer service, and we're like, hey, here's the situation.
Did you have a layover or was it direct?
It was layover. We had layover in Chicago with an hour and a half in between.
So you were gonna miss it for
sure.
So
yeah. At the first delay, we go in because it was only like an hour delay the first time. Right. So we go in, talk to them, and they're like, well, you can chance it, but like you're probably not gonna make it. We'll be honest with you.
Right.
And so we were like, okay, dope. What do we do? And they're like, okay, there's no flights going to Cleveland from Chicago or Indianapolis until January 3rd from like this day. Dude. And we're like, okay. And she's like, there is one flight at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning out of Chicago to Cleveland. And we're like, that is our only option. And she's like, correct. Unless you want to go like...
There's no flights from LAX to Cleveland?
No. There was like no direct flight.
That's actually crazy.
Everything was a layover. Or if like there was a direct flight, no, there wasn't any direct flights. There was like one layover.
I guess that makes sense.
For like an hour or something. Yeah, there's like a one layover for like an hour or something, or like 3 or 4 layovers, and it was like a 17-hour travel time.
Oh my god, dude!
And those were still like $1,000 for a ticket.
So fucking stupid.
It was crazy, dude. So we are like, okay, what are our options? She's like, I will put you on standby for those planes for that flight. We'll hope that you can make this flight, but if you can't, you'll do that. And then when you get to Chicago, go to the account table, and they will basically comp you a hotel room for the night.
Okay, that's nice.
And we were like, okay, great. Flight gets delayed again. So we're like, damn, all right, we're just stuck here. Get some food. I'm like mad at this point because I'm just like, god damn it. The place that isn't supposed to fuck us is what's fucking us on this flight. So we fly
60 and sunny.
Yeah, we get to Chicago. As we're taxiing to the gate, we like look it up and it says like awaiting takeoff. So we're like, well, fuck. Yeah. Okay, so it's not happening. So we get off the plane. It says flight has departed like right now. So we're like, all right. Then it is what it is. So we go to the desk. It's like 10 p.m.
on Christmas Eve.
Oh man. And we're like, hey, here's our situation. And he was like, okay, cool. Like I see that like they've already put you in standby here. Like the tickets for that. For tomorrow, and here's like your comp. Here's also like $24 in like food vouchers that you can use.
They just hand you like cash for the comp?
It's literally like they print it off on like a boarding pass basically.
And it's like you can use it at this hotel. Yeah. That's good for a night. You just hand them this. Oh,
yep.
That's nice. Okay.
So they must have like a thing worked out because this happens a lot, I guess.
Of course it happens a lot.
So we are like, okay, how do we get there? And they're like, well, they have shuttles. Just go to the like shuttle bus area. And this is in Chicago at 10:30 at night. In the middle of December, after a blizzard.
Oof.
So we walk out. It is
like -1
degree.
Yeah.
The wind chill is -33. And we're like, we just came from fucking Los Angeles, California.
Not dressed for that.
So we're like wearing like, I've got like a sweatshirt, I've got a long sleeve shirt, a sweatshirt, and then like my big like bass jacket and like a hat with my hood up. Megan's wearing like a denim jacket and a sweater because we don't own shit here.
Yeah.
So we walk across to this place and we're chilling. It's cold as fuck. We're all standing there like waiting for this thing to come. They go by. Our comp is for Holiday Inn. So Sheraton goes by. Hyatt goes by. It's been like 30 minutes and we're like, where the fuck is this? We like look it up. The place is 15 minutes away in Elk Grove.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, 30 minutes round trip. Maybe we just missed this one. We'll just wait it out a little bit. God damn it. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
And like they keep coming by. We're like, what the fuck? We see Holiday Inn Express pull up. And we all walk out. There's like 30 of us.
Oh shit!
we
I was
all
about to
walk
ask
out.
if there are more people in the situation.
Yeah, and we were like, hey, is this for Holiday Inn? And he's like, no, that one is. And just points to this one that has been there the entire fucking time, but with no markings on the van whatsoever. And so we're like, what? And so like some people work for Holiday Inn Express. They get on. We go to the guy and he's like, yeah, I'm going to the one in Elk Grove. And we're like, what the fuck, bro?
Why didn't you see the ton of people standing there and say, are you going to Holiday Inn by any chance?
Yeah.
I know my fucking van doesn't say shit.
Or like maybe put like a sticker on like the window
you guys
or
were just
something.
standing out there for like 25 minutes for no.
Granted, we were inside. There was like an inside
okay.
area,
I was
so
gonna
like
say,
it wasn't
that's
that
fucking
bad.
crazy.
But we were like, what the fuck, dude? So we all get in it. We like they pack us in there like fucking sardines. We go to the place. Luckily, the guy at the Holiday Inn was like super chill and like just like a really funny dude. And we're like, this is Christmas Eve at like 10 p.m. and you're just like being such a homie. Like, thank you. So like he hooks us up. We order fucking Subway because it's the only thing open. So our Christmas Eve dinner at 11:30 at night were like peach rings that we bought at Sprouts, Subway sandwiches, and like Vicky's chips. And we're sitting there eating it while we're watching like Christmas Story on the TV.
Oh.
And we're like, this is great. I love this. The fucking shower, you would turn it on. Because I was like, I'm gonna shower in the morning. Because I showered at night because I was like, I need to get the shit off me. And then I was like, I'm gonna shower in the morning just to like rinse.
Yeah.
So we get in there and we turn it on, and it's like you turn it on and then it slowly just starts going back to cold.
No way.
And we're like,
showered like
what?
one hand holding it.
Yeah. So we're like sitting there and we're like, and then it keeps going back and we're like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
No
So
way.
like, we shower really quickly, go to bed, wake up at 5 a.m. because the shuttle and the shuttle, he was like, I'm gonna have the shuttle here at like 5:30. And we're like, okay, cool. So we go out, the shuttle's there. There are more people than there were the night before trying to get onto the shuttle. So there's not enough space for all of us. Ooh. So like luckily enough, Megan and I are able to get on. Megan just like sits on top of me as we're like driving down like the fucking Chicago like 294 to get to the airport. Get in, check security, go in, and we go to a gate for this flight. Remember, we're on standby. We don't have a guaranteed seat.
But you do have a ticket.
But we have a ticket.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, what's this? And they're like, well, we'll just have to see. And we're like, okay, cool.
And you're like, you have to like see if your name like pops up on the screen.
Yep. Yeah. So they board the plane, and we're like, okay, cool. Like we're getting there. We'll hope. People on the plane start deboarding, and we're like,
you shitting?
What? And they're like, your gate has been changed. You're now at 12 down there.
They're already on the fucking...
Yeah, and we were like, okay. So everybody moves down, and they're like, hey, just to let you know, you guys need to like go to the bathroom here because the bathroom on the plane is frozen. Because it's so fucking cold that it's like frozen solid.
What?
And we're like, oh my God.
That seems like you can't let people on a plane like that.
At least it's only like an hour flight.
That's true.
So they're like, hey, just please, like, listen, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you want us to do other than take like a blowtorch to it? So we're like, okay, cool. So we're sitting down. I'm like stressed because I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna get on it. If we can't get on this, like, I don't know what we do. All the Amtraks are down because the tracks are fucked. Mm-hmm. Like, all the streets are terrible. So like, neither of our parents can like feasibly drive to get us, and that's like a 3-hour drive.
That's a long drive.
So it's like
one way too.
Yeah. So we're like, okay, well, we're kind of fucked if we don't get on this. So we're like, hey, like, is there an update on this? And they're like, listen, like the plane is full. That like all of the seats are booked. So we're just gonna hope that somebody didn't show up. And we're like, okay, cool.
Two somebodies didn't show up.
Yeah. And I was like, well, let's hope. There's like 6 of us on standby. Luckily enough, Megan and I are at the top of the list.
I was going to say,
because they were like, I'm going to put you at the top of the list when we got it in like LAX. Nice. And we're like, dope. So we wait. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6, all the way through Group 9.
Yeah.
This is a tiny little plane. It's a puddle jumper, right? So it's one row, 1 seat on this side, 2 seats on this side.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, like, let's just see. And then, luckily, they call both of us. Everybody on standby gets on the plane.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Everybody on that list. And we're like, fuck, okay,
Holy
great.
shit.
Like, thank you, family of 6 that
Yeah.
decided not to go to Cleveland
Yeah.
today, I guess. So we're like, great, lovely. So fly into Cleveland. Megan's aunt picks us up. Drive, do our whole thing. Super nice. Have a great little time. Flight back, totally fine. No issue whatsoever.
Oh my God, of course.
And it's a direct flight from Cleveland to LAX.
But
They have a direct flight going back here, but they didn't have a direct flight going there. And we were like, also like, when we booked those tickets, there were only 2 seats available on that plane. And they were middle seats, not next to each other. So we were like, okay, well, whatever. As we're checking in the night before, because we get like dinner with my family, because they'd driven out because my mom was seeing her uncle who's like in the hospital, who also conveniently lives in Indianapolis.
Of course.
We drove back with Megan's family to Indianapolis from Cleveland. Mm-hmm. That's how we get to Indianapolis. So actually, yeah, no, it's a direct flight from Indianapolis. I'm an idiot.
Okay, that makes
not
more
from
sense.
Cleveland. Yeah, that makes way more sense. I'm having to like remember all
I
of like
know,
this
right?
repressed
Just
memory.
So much shit that happened to you.
And so, we go there, hop on the plane. Everything's fine. Get back to LA. Get a lift. Drive back home.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Like the 29th. It's been like 4 days.
That all happened in 4 fucking days.
Yeah, we got back here on the 29th.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that sounds horrible. That sounds so stressful.
Yeah,
I mean, good. You got to see like family and stuff, but
Yeah.
like, dude, that sounds.
And we did end up getting to
Stressful.
sit together on that last flight because as we were checking in when we got dinner with my family, there were 2 seats all the way in the fucking back next to each other. But we were like, great, that's fine.
I don't care. Not in a rush, really. Once you get home, you're home.
Yeah,
you know?
listen to some podcasts.
Yeah.
Kind of like zoned out for
Yeah.
the 4.5 hours. Megan watched the new Gudetama show for like
Nice.
the 3rd time. It was great.
Fuck yeah.
Easy peasy.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, it feels nice for a change to not be the one.
I'm sure it feels nice to
too.
just sit back
Just,
and
like,
listen
sit
to
and
somebody
listen.
else's problem.
Damn, that's nice. I like that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I like that. I flew out the night of the last podcast we filmed on the 18th. No issues. Red eye. Got into Chicago. We did sit on the tarmac for an hour after we landed,
Jesus.
but like other than that, wasn't bad.
Do they just not have a gate for you?
They did not have a gate for us. Yeah.
Right.
We got in too early. I think that's what it was. We got in literally an hour early. Like it was
Wow.
crazy. We
What
got
the fuck?
in. We got in like crazy, or maybe like 40 minutes. But we sat there for like pretty much an hour.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how we did it so fast. I guess the night winds are quicker or something. But
They just blow a little hotter.
Yeah.
They're like, you keep going. You'll be fine. Don't worry, baby.
it was great. Went home for
Nice.
a little bit long, but it was nice.
A little too long.
A little too long.
I'm at that point too where it's like no fault to them, but it's like you get to a point and you're like, I just want to be home.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. I love spending time with my family. I love the holidays, but at a certain point after, like, and I love the lead up to Christmas. It's fun, but then like the day after Christmas, I'm like, all right, I'm antsy. I want to get home.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm gonna have work piling up. I just want to like do stuff. I just want to like be in my space, And I just feel antsy, and then I feel bad because I'm like, am I not being present with my family, whatever? And then it just like adds to this anxiety soup,
Yep.
And I'm
Yep.
like, it just kind of like, So we did that. We flew back here. My whole family flew back here on the 29th.
Oh, what?
We all flew out of Chicago into LAX on the 29th. Came here, spent the day here. They all spent the night here, and then we drove down to San Diego, and we spent from the 30th to the 3rd in San Diego.
Hell yeah. I was wondering because I saw you in San Diego and I was like,
Yeah.
I thought Nick was back home.
Yeah, so we all went to San Diego for New Year's. My parents like to do stuff for like New Year, like go places. Like the year before, we haven't done it since COVID though. The year before COVID, I guess 2019, the year of COVID technically. 2019, 2020 New Year, we were in Cancun and like then sometimes we're in like just random places. But it worked out well. I don't know. There's not really a lot to do in San Diego, quite honestly. Like it's cool, but it was rainy and it's not really.
Especially with like families.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there's a lot to do in San Diego, but like when you're with your parents.
Right. It's just kind of like we did some hikes, but it wasn't beach weather. It wasn't pool weather, so we were just kind of chilling, which I didn't mind. It was fun. And then the 31st, we didn't really have any plans. So I'm like, I'll just hang out with my parents. It'd be nice and quiet. Whatever. We'll play some dominoes. We'll play some, we'll order some pizza and we'll chill. And a friend of mine texted me. She's like, "Hey, I'm playing a Shrek Rave in San Diego. Have you heard of the Shrek Raves?
No.
Dude.
What?
Okay. So
I have to tell this to my team though.
it's yeah. So dude, that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, I guarantee they didn't get express permission from DreamWorks to be using Shrek's name and likeness to sell their event. But I don't know how they're doing it because it's not like some seedy underground thing. It's like national. They're all over the U.S. I thought it started as a joke. It might have started as a joke.
Wild.
But it's literally like I've been seeing this thing online. It's just like Shrek Rave, and then there's just like a shitload of dates, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this like
it's like a
meme?
tour?
Yeah, it's like a tour. But it was like, is this a meme? Like, what are the logistics? Whatever. And so I guess this guy who started it did the first few shows. They did really well because I guess people just want to come dress up as Shrek and like dance and look at Shrek visuals and
just
shit.
be like on Molly.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
How rolling with a fucking like rubber Shrek mask on your head.
That sounds horrible.
How do you do that, dude?
No
You're gonna overheat so bad. You're gonna
yeah.
like be pouring water through the fucking like ear hole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have no idea. But so that's the whole. So he did. I guess he had some connections at a couple of venues, and he kind of did this like pitch as a proof of concept. He's like, just try it. You know, put on the Shrek themed rave. If people come, whatever, we'll like sell this as like a package. So people came to like the first few that he had connections at. It started blowing up. So then all these other venues were like, oh my God, we want to sell out an event easy peasy like that with no marketing. Let's fucking do that. So now it's like it's turned into this like 50 stop US tour.
Oh my God, dude.
Just like Shrek Rave. I mean, and they're selling out every single one. Every single one is sold out. And they're at like big venues, House of Blues,
Jesus.
fucking like Avalon, like huge
and like
venues.
the big rooms too?
In the big rooms. Yes.
Wow, fuck. So you're selling out like 300 to 500 cab venues.
No, like 1,000 to 2,000
Oh shit, like full.
cap venues.
Oh my God,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
At least 1,000 cap venues minimum being sold out. And obviously what venue wouldn't want a piece of that because they don't have to put any they don't have to put any a lot of it comes from marketing. Like they don't have to put any marketing behind it. They don't have to push anything.
Right.
This is going to do it. It's going to sell itself.
Yeah, the dude who's making it is also the promoter for it. So like whatever.
Exactly. So it's just like the logistics are crazy. Again, I don't really understand like how you can do this because it's not like it's like a parody. It's literally like Shrek. You're saying Shrek Rave. It's Shrek themed, Shrek branding.
There's no way it's legal.
There's no way, but that's the crazy thing. Like, do the venues not care? They're huge fucking venues. So like, I don't know. Anyways, my friend's like, I'm in town. I'm in San Diego. I'm DJing a Shrek Rave. Do you want to come? It's on New Year's Eve. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna hang with my parents. Whatever. Like, thanks for the invite. 10 p.m. New Year's Eve. My parents are asleep on the couch. I'm like,
I'm gonna go to the Shrek Rave.
Right. So I'm like, hey, sorry this is so late. Do you still have a guest list spot for the Shrek Rave? I'd love to come. She's like, yeah, come through. So I'm like, fuck yeah. So I drive down 20 minutes to San Diego City. I guess we're like 20 minutes up north Solana Beach area. And parking down there was a fucking nightmare. I got there at like 10. I got to the city at 10:30, and I didn't park my car and get out until 11:30.
That sounds
I sat
right.
in traffic for an hour, just around like 4 blocks.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It was so stressful.
Oh my God.
So it was like almost midnight by the time I get in there. I felt bad. I like missed her entire set. I'm like, fuck, sorry. She's like, no, it's fine. Just like, we'll chill.
You just get to hang out at a rave now.
Yeah,
so like, whatever.
So I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm like asking her, I'm like, so like, how does this work?
You're like, I just like from like a business standpoint.
Yeah.
Like,
how does this work? Like, I don't understand. So like at midnight they played. So they were playing a lot of Smash Mouth.
Did they do the thing where it's like they counted down? So like right at like midnight, it's when he kicks open the door.
Dude, that would have been actually hilarious. That would have been really... no, they didn't put that much thought into it. That would have been crazy. No, they played Smash Mouth version of I'm a Believer.
Of course,
at midnight, yeah. It was great. Everyone's singing along. I'd say like probably 80% of the attendees were in some sort of costume.
That's
be
dope.
it like Shrek or like Lord Farquaad or some of the even more like random fucking characters. Like they were doing group costumes like the Three Blind Mice or like, you know, like
Pinocchio,
really random.
Gingy.
Yeah, like random shit
Yeah.
like people were dressed up as. And then like all the visuals were Shrek themed. They had like Shrek themed drinks that they were serving at the bar. I like truly do not know how they're getting away with it. Anyways, so I asked her, I'm like, so like you're from Cleveland, actually. Cincinnati. Speaking of Ohio,
damn.
I know
Everybody's from Ohio at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. So I'm like, what are you doing here? Are they like flying people out for these? What's the deal? She's like, no. So like they just really like me. And so I was like, okay. Okay, makes sense, I guess.
So wait. Does she like currently live in Cincinnati? So she flew from Ohio to San Diego just to DJ this rave.
Bro, okay, so that's what I was confused. I was like, so why are you at this one? Like, I just,
like, this isn't really your market.
I'm just confused, right? I'm like, not knocking the fact that you're a good DJ, but like, their whole point is it's not like you're not like going to see like fucking Kygo at these things. You're not like going to see like, oh my god, I'm going to see Dylan Francis at the Shrek Rave. You're going because it's a Shrek Rave, and then they put 4 or 5 local DJs on the lineup, right? Cool. Keep the overhead at a minimum. You can probably pay these guys and drink tickets.
And for that, is that like every DJ is like playing their own mixes and stuff like that? It doesn't matter, or is it like a set list that they always play?
No, I guess it's just like kind of open format. It's not. I mean, I also don't even think half the people that they're booking are like actual producers. I'm sure they're just DJs who like DJ, clubs and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that. They're just playing like a set.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So it's stuff like that. But, these people will do it for very cheap. So, again, keep the overhead low. So, I'm like, why are you here? I'm just confused about that. She's like, well, so I played one in Cincinnati. They put me on the lineup because I'm like a local DJ there. Or maybe it was Columbus. I'm sorry.
Ohio.
Yeah. And then she's like, and the guy who the guy who runs it, his name is Cash. He goes to all of them.
Is it Cash with a K or
Cash
C?
with a K.
Of course.
KA5SH. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding.
I'm going to let that one go. I'm not going to... You know what? No. Fuck you. So it's... K5sh. See, I would... Listen, man. Hey, I would let it go if it was just KA5H. 100%. Be like, dope. Great. You did the DJ thing.
Yeah.
That's great branding. Move on. Put a fucking $sign on the S. I mean, every now and then.
Does have a $sign.
Brother, you had the thing right. You had it right. A little bit of self-editing, my guy. Come on.
So funny.
I shouldn't be ragging on you that hard. I'm sure you put a lot of... I mean, I don't think you put a lot of thought into it, but you put thought into it in the first place, and you got somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know what? I respect that.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing the thing, Cash, and we appreciate you. But so he goes to like all of them because he also like DJs them, and so she's like, yeah, Cash was there, and he.
And real quick, sorry to interrupt again. Cash is the guy who did the first one.
Cash is the guy who like came up with the idea.
Okay, so he's. Got it. Okay, yeah. I'm there now.
He's just like, why don't we throw... Yeah, I don't really know where the line of thinking came in. But
I'll be honest with you, that was a fucking brilliant idea.
It's a brilliant idea. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, like, because you're not doing any of the work. I mean, it's an instant moneymaker. It's crazy. It's great.
I'm sure honestly, I don't even know if you have to license that. Because it's just a theme for a party, right? Like,
but you're using the name and likeness to sell tickets to make money, right? Like that's where I think the line is.
That is a good point because you are still
You're saying Shrek. You're not just saying like come to the far, far away rave, where that might not be copyrighted. You're saying Shrek Rave. They're literally like their Shrek fucking cost. Like it's very clearly like Shrek.
Yeah.
Come to the Shrek Rave, pay money for the Shrek Rave. Dude, they're $80 tickets.
Wow,
they're not cheap.
Shit.
They're fucking expensive. They're at big venues. I mean, I was looking at the tickets for the House of Blues one because I was like, oh no, you don't have to guess list me. Like I'll pay. I look at the tickets, $80. I'm like, can you guess? Actually, maybe
You're
guess.
Like, wait a minute. I take that back.
That was a joke. Holy shit. Yeah, crazy shit.
Wow. Holy fuck. Dude.
Yeah. So,
I wonder if that's adjusted per market. Like, do you think they sell $80 tickets in fucking like Des Moines, Iowa?
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way. It's just because it's like this is an iconic venue in San Diego, right? So like that makes sense, but like still, that's so fucking expensive.
Yeah, dude, holy shit.
For 4 local DJs, and the fact that that's sold out, people, it's just like.
And you're not getting like a bunch of drink tickets. Like at the end of the day, you're still going to spend money on drinks.
Yes, absolutely.
You're going to spend money on whatever else is there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not eating food, but they probably have that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But like $80.
$80, man.
Damn,
yeah,
dude.
Crazy. So she's like, yeah, I played one in Cincinnati, and this guy was like, oh my god, you're like, you're very charismatic. You're like, would you want to play another one? Just like, And she's like, yeah, I'll play another one. So he has her in another one in the Midwest, and then he's like, you want to just keep playing these? She's like, yeah. So she's doing like 3 Shrek Raves a weekend, dude. So that weekend that I saw her, she did Tampa, Indy, and San Diego. The literal fucking corners of the country.
Are they paying for her flights?
They're paying for that's the nice thing. They're like putting her up. They're paying for her flights. They're paying her. Like,
that sounds like
sweet
hell,
gig.
dude.
Sure, it sounds like hell, but I mean, minus the headliner fee, you're a touring DJ living off of that.
Oh,
That's
no,
crazy,
absolutely. That's a fucking chill gig.
Yeah.
I mean, you've not necessarily like made it, but that's the dream.
Yeah,
you're
You're
traveling
getting
to
paid.
play music.
Yes.
Like that's what you want to do.
Exactly.
That's fucking awesome.
Super cool.
And like, sure, you're not. It's not like a
Probably
headline
not
or something.
exactly.
And it's a Shrek Rave, but that's fucking awesome.
I know.
Dude.
She kind of shared that sentiment. She's like, well, it's not necessarily like people are coming to see me, but like I get to make money and play music all over the world. I'm like,
dope.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to like party for a couple hours a night and then get paid for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sick.
I know. So super
Hell yeah.
cool. So
Good for her.
I was like, yeah, fucking congrats. That's super cool. She's like, yeah. So like this is like my 10th one. We're going to London in a few months. I was like, what the hell? We're going like a Europe thing. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I'm like,
that's
hey, if you ever need
sick,
another
dude.
DJ on the Shrek Rave, like hit me up. I have experience with themed parties.
Yeah. I've got the helmet. And everything.
Exactly. So it was wild.
That's
I mean, like
bonkers,
it was
dude.
crazy. It was very gimmicky, but it was
Of course.
fun. Like they.
But
had,
it's a gimmick that people love.
Sure,
Like people
exactly.
fucking love Shrek, dude.
Exactly.
Like
people love Shrek. So that I stayed in. I got there basically at midnight. I watched the next DJ from like midnight to 1, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go like chill in the green room and like talk to people. I'm not really gonna stand in the crowd anymore. This is too much to deal with. So there's one more DJ from 1 to 2, and his name was Sriracha Man. And
Okay.
I'm like, all right, that's interesting. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Sriracha Man's about to play. I'm in the green room, hanging out, talking to people. All of a sudden,
do you know anybody else here besides her?
I do not know
So you're
anyone.
just like mingling.
I'm just mingling.
Yeah,
I'm mingling.
you're doing the networking thing.
I'm
You're
doing the
throwing
networking
cards
thing.
out. You're
Exactly.
like, hey, I do stuff too.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
I'm
Hey,
cool.
Peep my mixtape, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hanging out, whatever. And then Sriracha Man is playing. And so Sriracha Man's whole gimmick is...
I wonder.
He has full bottles of Sriracha.
No.
And he stands on the stage and tries to squirt the Sriracha into the mouths of the people in the front row. Now,
Does he have it in like a caulk gun? Because that'd be fucking dope.
That would be
actually.
hilarious. He just has it in the Sriracha bottle.
What?
Any...
Is he dressed up as like
Oh,
Sriracha?
He's dressed up
He's
as
wearing like
something.
one of those. Okay.
It's very... I mean, granted, he is Asian, but he's got a rice patty hat. He's got like, a kimono on. Like
So he's just mixing.
He's just
a bunch
mixing
of
a bunch of shit
cultures.
up. Yeah. And like...
I was expecting him to be in like one of those like $20 like Walmart.
that would be
Sriracha
hilarious.
bottles. Yeah, that'd be dope.
That would be fucking
Do
hilarious.
that.
But that's his whole thing is spraying Sriracha into people's mouths. Any fucking dumbass with a brain can see why that's a bad idea.
Dude, you miss
Exactly.
everywhere else. Bad
Pain.
Bad
Fucking
time, brother.
pain. And
Someone
it's not
just
like
shoving
you're just like
needles into your
right
eyes.
here, right?
Yeah.
You're on a stage 3 feet higher than everyone else. There's like 5 feet of clearance so that the security can walk through between you and even the rail.
So it's like 15 feet
That's
at the end of the day.
a lot of, yeah. And you got to squirt with some force and some precision. So whatever. He goes on. About 15 minutes into the set, I'm in the green room. You hear the music stop. And you hear, boo!
Oh no!
Just a crowd of boos.
Oh no!
You see Cash get on the radio. He runs out of the fucking green room.
Go get him, K5 shit.
K5 runs out of the room. He comes back. He's like, the paramedics are here. He's like, Sriracha Man has gone rogue. Bro,
He's gone rogue!
Sriracha Man just started spraying the Sriracha. He's trying to get in people's mouths, and then he just like gets too hype and just goes... It gets in like 10 people's eyes. These people are on drugs. They're drunk. They're not having a good time. They're
already freaking out over the
already
fact that
freaking
like
out.
they're rolling and seeing people dressed as Shrek.
Yeah.
Horrifying by itself.
Now they have Sriracha in their eyes.
Now they can't see.
Yeah.
And are in pain.
Yeah.
While still high.
So they're like freaking out. They
Rightfully
like,
so.
rightfully so, but I think the drugs probably amplified it. They're like, oh my God. The music stops, the paramedics come. They're like taking care of these people outside. I'm like, it's maybe time to go.
And you said this is like 1 a.m., right?
This is like, yeah, at this point it's like 1:30, almost 2. I mean, the venue was closing at 2. The music stopped at 2 anyways. So like, I wasn't going to miss out on much. I'm like, yeah, I think, hey, thanks so much for inviting me. This was a lot of fun. I am going to go.
Dude, I love the idea of like, Cash runs out of the room. You're all sitting there like, the fuck's going on? Like you're all talking about shit like that. And then door opens. He comes in really slowly, pops the door behind him, and he just like looks up. sticks the walkie-talkie back onto his thing. He's like, the paramedics are here.
Bro, that's exactly what it was like.
Like how, like, give you that, like, pause where he's, like, taking in the moment of just, like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, oh, yeah.
Paramedics are here. It was so fucking funny, dude. I mean, like...
Oh, my God.
You know, sure, it probably hurts. It's not going to cause them long-term damage. It's sriracha. It's not that... Yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure,
just get some water in there.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're fucking high, doing anything is hard, let alone trying to wash sriracha out of your eye.
Yeah.
Jeez, at 1 a.m., no less?
Bro, so I was like, yeah, this is crazy. And she's like, this is kind of what they're all like. And I'm like, okay, that sounds really fun, actually.
All right, I'm gonna pitch this to you right now. It's a show about like an up and coming DJ. Okay. That's just like, you know, their travels and like minglings with other people in the music industry.
Right.
But like told from like kind of like a realistic perspective. So it's like we as the audience are kind of like with this guy.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, hey man, I make music. I just want to like play my shit, do something, you know, have fun with it. Yeah. And like just like these cast of characters and shit like that. And it's just stories like this. Every episode is just like a different...
I love that.
There's no like overarching theme, but like every episode is just like this guy... he gets like asked to go to a Shrek Rave from one of his DJ friends who flew in from Ohio in San Diego. So he's like, sure, why not? Like my family fell asleep at 10 p.m. on New Year's Eve. Let me go do it. And then like... chaos ensues. Dude, everybody's dressed as Shrek. Sriracha Man like squirts shit in the eyes. We'd have to change Sriracha Man so we don't get sued.
Of course.
I think that would be
Tapatio Man.
I think that Tapatio Man. That's even worse. That would suck.
That would hurt so much worse.
It's
Tabasco with the vinegar,
and it's not a squirt bottle. You're like
you have to,
and just like hoping it makes the 15 feet, brother. Can we like seriously though? Like, do you want to write that?
That sounds so fucking. That sounds
so like just feed me all of your
just use the
insane stories,
and then we'll just kind of embellish a little bit.
Yes,
that sounds fucking.
Because I'm already like loosely writing one that's like based off of like Megan's time working in dispensaries. Dude, yes. That I think this would be like a really funny.
I'm so down.
Oh, this would be great.
I'm actually so fucking down for that.
Don't steal it.
Don't fucking steal it.
Like 6 people that end up watching this.
You heard it here first. Don't steal it. We'll know who you are because we can see all 6 of you in the analytics.
We'll sue you, dude. We have the published date of this podcast, and we'll sue you.
We'll fucking sue you. So that was the Shrek Rave, and she's like, I was like, oh, what's the next one you're playing? She's like, I don't know, probably somewhere like New York. But then I'm also doing a Bikini Bottom rave. I was like, huh?
How are these things legal?
She's like, yeah, so Cash also decided to do SpongeBob theme because he thinks that'll sell well. I'm like, I guarantee it'll sell well. But dude, how can you do this?
I mean, somebody hire this Cash guy to be like a senior advisor in your marketing department.
Truly.
Because holy shit, these are great ideas.
Crazy.
They don't seem super legal, but I'm not a legal person, so... They could be perfectly legal. I don't know.
There's no way they're perfectly legal, though, man. I refuse to believe that there's any world in which this is legal.
If it was floating anywhere inside of Universal or DreamWorks' radar, they probably would crack down on it. But it's like just down here that they're just like, whatever.
It's not Disney. If it was Disney, they'd shut that shit down immediately.
Dude, if it was Disney, you would have been swatted that night.
Absolutely.
Like the Disney SWAT team would come in with.
Put the sriracha down, bitch.
They're all wearing like Disney, like Mickey masks with like fucking like ARs, just like walking in. The laser dot on it makes like a Mickey Mouse outline on you. That's like how they like view. That'd be fucking funny, dude.
That's crazy as hell.
Holy
that would be
shit.
So funny. Get down
on the ground, bitch. Get down on the fucking ground, huh? They're fucking like pistol whipping people.
Who's in charge? It's me. The mouse is in charge. You don't fuck with the mouse.
One comes in, he's got like an arm cape, and he's just like, what do we have here?
Yeah.
For some reason, his
what
voice
do I
is
owe
deeper.
this displeasure?
He's got a fucking lightsaber, because they own that shit too.
They got just everything.
But it's like also in the shape of like a Mickey head. Yeah. So it's like coming out like that, just standing there.
Dude. That would be fucking hilarious.
I'm surprised. I you know what? I bet you Disney has a hit team.
They do have a hit team for sure.
They have to, right?
I mean, there's this guy on TikTok.
Don't send them here.
Don't send him here. We can bleep out Disney. We'll bleep it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cut that.
So
every time it's just like a beep.
Yeah. There's this guy on TikTok who has a Mickey Mouse puppet. And you know, he like makes it say pretty vulgar shit.
Great.
And you know, it's like funny, and he like, so the whole shtick is like, you know, on TikTok you can like duet it and like stitch it, and so it's like the video playing here and then like your reaction or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it'll be Mickey Mouse being like, holy fucking shit, or you know, like saying silly goofy shit like that.
Not kid-friendly things.
Not kid-friendly things. And he posted a TikTok. He got an email from like Disney's legal team or whatever. They're like, hey, can we hop on a call?
Their hit squad. They're like, hey,
exactly.
before we dispatch somebody.
Yeah. They're like, hey, can we get on the call? Like, you know, we've seen your content. So cool. Like, it's like menacing though. It's like, hey, Saeed, we've seen your content. We'd love to talk about this. How's tomorrow work? They like don't give him an option. Like, it sounds like they're giving an option.
There's like a corporate dude sitting in like a corner office typing. He's got an eye patch on as he's like writing this email, and his sinister smile just slowly grows and grows and grows with each passing syllable.
It's a small world after all, playing like somewhere slowly in the distance.
But it's like in a major key and like slowed down, just like as it's like slowly coming in behind him. Oh my god.
And so then he's just like, yo guys, Disney literally just called me, and they're like, he also posted a video of him on the phone with them, which also probably not legal.
Definitely
didn't say, hey, you're gonna be on TikTok. So he was just like, yeah, so saw your content, we just want to say like we're okay with it as long as you are not making money from it. And he's like,
this is TikTok, buddy, I'm making money off of everything.
He's just like, oh, you know, no, he's like, yeah, so we also don't want to see you like selling merch, putting Mickey on anything, whatever, like putting your name next to our name and anything. He's just like, okay, yeah, sounds good, great. But like the guy, he was like, so it was like it's like one of those like classic legal speak where you like, it sounds like you're being like friendly and inviting, like, oh yeah, this and this, but you can tell it's sinister.
The subtext is like, hey, if you break any of these, we're gonna sue you in the ground.
Absolutely, we'll take you for everything you're fucking worth. And so he's like, yeah, no, sounds good. He's just like, great, hope we don't have to do this again. And then they hang up. Crazy.
Fuck, what a way to end a conversation. That guy's done this so many times.
Yes, absolutely. It was cold and calculated. I was like, damn.
That guy.
Great. So great talking to you. Hope you don't have to do this again. Have a great day.
Wow, dude.
Like,
that's
crazy.
That's like what a police officer says as he's like holstering his gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
That's what that feels like.
Yeah.
Like the fucking cowboy just like killed 5 of your friends and like did his like pistol whip thing and then popped it into his holster. That's what just happened to that guy. Wow.
Yeah, I know. So they have a fucking crazy, like, they have hawks everywhere watching
Disney
people.
and Nintendo. Nintendo does the same shit.
Nintendo does not fuck with unofficial Nintendo shit, dude.
They do not like that shit. Which,
Shut
like,
down. Listen,
I get it. It's your IP. It's your business and stuff like that. There's room for parody, though. I mean,
that's the other thing.
You gotta
give
give it some space.
It's not harmful. It's like, this is only going to drive you and your business profits.
It's also like a very niche amount. Like sure, like yes, it has, because it's on TikTok, it has like a huge reach.
Right.
Whatever, sure. But like everybody who's watching it understands what it is, and they fuck with it in that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like everybody who's not watching it is like, "Oh, this is weird. I'm not gonna keep watching." I'm like, "Whatever." Like that's it. I don't know. That's the way I've always viewed that kind of stuff. Like if they're not being like detrimental to your brand, being like, oh, we kill children, like, okay, like, then move on. It's like, whatever. They're not harming you in any way. Right. At least, now this is my perspective, and I'm not a legal person in any way whatsoever. So, take all this with a grain of salt. But, you know, that's my perspective, is that it's not hurting you.
I agree.
So why be so mad about it?
I mean, and I guess, like, maybe the perspective shifts when you reached a certain size, when, like, because I'm always under the impression that, like, no press is bad press for anything, right? Your name is getting circulated around. I mean, obviously there's like bad press, but like these are clearly not egregiously bad things. They're like running an unofficial Smash tournament or using a Mickey Mouse puppet on TikTok. Like these are things that are only going to help your brand and help like show the community around your brand. But I guess at a certain point, you don't want that. That just seems silly to me. Yeah. I don't know.
Very strange.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of messing with brandings, Megan and I saw Mean Girls last night.
The
Broadway show.
How was it?
It's on tour. Really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And this was a show that was part of Megan's thesis, because like her thesis was like, I believe the title of it was like, Where Do I Belong? Or like, Where Do I Fit In? Or something, or Find Where You Belong. One of those.
Sorry, Megan.
Sorry. It was like 180 pages of like dense academic writing. It was really hard. So like went and saw it. Really good. Cast was really great.
Where did you see it?
At the Pantages down in Hollywood.
All of my Pantages are here tonight.
I liked that, actually. That was funny.
There's a song.
Did you?
All of my bad bitches in here tonight.
Yeah. But you just like came up with that right now.
I just switched. All of my bandages in here tonight.
God,
Bandages only.
Dude, hire this. Just hire him. He'll write shit for you. But go to it. Great time. Can't find any fucking parking because it's Hollywood on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Last time we went to a show, this was in like October, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Parking galore.
Really?
Don't know why the fuck
What's the
January
difference?
7th
Yeah.
was the time for everything. So we parked like a 15-minute walk away because of course we do. Walk all the way there. It's Hollywood. It's gross. It smells like weed and piss the whole time. And like we get there, hop inside, see the show. We miss like the opening number. Whatever.
It'll come back at the end. That's how musicals go.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna sing it again, or right after intermission, or we've seen the movie. It's fine. Whatever. So we go in, great seats. We're sitting in orchestra, so we're like right in like the center, looking up, but all the way in the back. So still great seats. Sitting there, watch the whole thing. Really great. Incredible performances. Everybody did really good. Scenic stuff, incredible. I love like this like use of like projection and like 3D stuff to do it. And I was like, the whole time I'm watching stuff, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's a Luma mask. They're just running it back and forth. Okay, yeah. Oh, they just invert the colors when the mask goes over. Cool, yeah, I love that. I'm just like analyzing that shit because of who I am as a person. But they finished the whole thing. Great show. Everybody's clapping. The woman next to me has to get up like 3 or 4 times because she's getting like booster seats. This is like a grown ass woman, but she's this tall.
Oh man.
Like super small. So she's coming back with booster
was it the
seats.
plastic booster
Yeah,
seats?
and every
That's
time
crazy.
she gets one, she looks over at me because I'm 6 foot. So I'm like sitting upright. And she was like here, so every time she's like, "Am I at his height yet?" And I was like, "This is hilarious. I love that this is happening."
Funny as hell.
So finish the show, walk back, have a great little time, just talking about the show. There's like a lot of like children there, but like throughout the show, they like changed a lot of stuff to like update it because the movie came out in like 2004.
Also, it doesn't seem like a kid's.
No, it's not.
Interesting.
It's not. But like like teenagers.
Oh,
like
okay,
that kind of
okay.
stuff.
Sure,
like they're in high school.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same thing.
That makes
They
sense.
haven't heard anything worse than what's being
okay.
said on the stage. Megan was like a little bummed because we got one of the understudies who did a great job. I'm not detracting from that, but the person who like plays that role was like they had won the Glee project and was like on Glee for a season and stuff. So she was like really excited to see her, but like we didn't get her.
Didn't get that. Okay.
Oh well, show was great. They did a great job. Fuck yeah, understudies.
Fuck yeah.
So they're like making like all this shit about like TikTok and like bringing up all these other things. And I was like, this feels weird, but it's like updated, so I get it. Like they're not. I am not the specific audience that they're talking to. Sure. Whatever. But like all of like the branded stuff that they're bringing up, I'm just like, is this legal?
Can you do this
like,
on Broadway?
I was like, do they have to clear this with people? But then like in the producing, like in the like the playbill, you get to like the back and it's like produced by Paramount Pictures, Lorne Michaels, and I was like, Jesus, okay, whatever. They're fine.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah,
they got permission.
Yeah. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
But we leave, walk to our car, drive back home. It's like a 30-minute drive. Yeah. Super nice.
Not bad.
Traffic has cleared up a little bit. Yeah, especially since like COVID has changed things. People stay home a little bit more now. Love it. Stay this way, Los Angeles.
Please.
It makes my life a lot better. Oh my God.
Please.
We get home, 11:30 p.m. Somebody's in my parking spot.
Here it is.
It is 11:30 at night, and I'm like, "What?
That's not my car.
Yeah,
I'm in my car."
And I was like, "This has never happened before. I have never
really
had
never
this.
happened before?
No, it's never happened to me
that's
before.
crazy.
Like, and when we first moved into the place, we didn't have assigned parking. We could park anywhere in our fucking parking garage, whatever. First 2 floors, guest block, loved it. They took that away pretty quickly, and so we all have assigned seats. We all have assigned parking spaces now. And I pull up, and I'm like,
something's amiss.
my car should be there,
Yeah.
but it's here, and I don't like that. And I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? So I loop all the way back around, go out into the guest lot. Thankfully, there is a guest spot open, so I was like, dope. Pulled into it real quick, and I was like, well, I have to get them towed.
Yeah.
Like, they're in my space.
Yeah.
It's 11:30 at night on a Saturday. I was just like out doing a thing. I'm tired. I want to put my car away. I could just leave it, but it's the principle.
It's the principle that matters.
And they don't have resident tags on it whatsoever. So this
So
is
it's
just
just a random
somebody's
fucking
car.
person?
Yeah, and they were probably like, hey, yeah, like nobody ever like parks in a parking garage. Just like find an open space and put your car. It'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
Wrong fucking time, brother. And it was funny because it was like no one in this row. The whole row empty.
Your spot.
My space has a car in it. And I was like, this motherfucker.
That's fucking crazy.
So I go down and I'm like, okay, well, I have to like find the number to call the towing company.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. And so I try to go onto our like resident portal. It's down.
Cool.
So it's like, great, love this. Luckily, we find the lease that has like everything on it.
Nice.
And it's like, hey,
If your car's still
call.
call
Yeah, it
this
was like
number.
call these numbers. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna call like our security team first, and then they will tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So that way they're alerted to what is going on. And so I call them, and they're like, okay, cool. I'll inform the team. You'll get a call in like maybe 10 minutes once they're like dispatched. And I was like, dope. Hang up. I go back out there, car's still there. Because I was like, look, maybe they'll leave
Right,
in a time. Like
right.
maybe they're just here to like drop off food or whatever.
Yeah.
But the car was off,
Yeah,
man.
no.
I was like, it is there.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucker. God damn it. So I leave. And like I get a call back and the guy's like, hey, I'm dealing with some transients in the pool area. And I was like,
Transients?
I was like, what is this, like the 1800s?
Some
And like
transients.
yeah, some like gypsies have pulled up in
Yeah,
like
like-
their fucking covered wagon. They're like
What
they've got
the
like crystal balls and shit. Like what are you
Transients,
talking
bro,
about?
The traveling circus
Yeah,
is in town.
exactly. So there's like a strong man,
Carney,
just like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just like lifting all of like the pool floaties, and you're like, what are you doing? So he's like, all right, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. What's like your parking space? And I was like, this is the space. This is like my apartment number. This is me, et cetera, et cetera. He's like, okay, cool. I need a copy of your lease. And I was like, okay, well the thing is down, so like I can't pull it up for you.
Yet.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, well I can't do anything unless I have that or like just a proof that you live here.
scan it or
Yeah,
something.
and so I was like, okay, my ID is like very outdated and has like an incorrect address on it because you can't do that online.
Nope.
You have to do it, print off the paperwork, and then take it to the DMV
I gotta fucking do that,
for them
dude.
to
I gotta
process
do
it
that this
instead
year.
of just being able to update it online and they send you a new one. Hate it.
It's
So
annoying.
I just haven't done that yet because fuck that shit. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? And he was like, well, do you have an ID that has the number on it? And I was like, well, my girlfriend's does. And he
Yeah.
was like, well, can you bring her out here with the ID? That's like all I would need. And I was
Right.
like, okay. So we go there and I find that document as well that told us like where
to call,
like
yeah.
all that other stuff. And I come out with it. It also clearly states our parking numbers and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that too. And he was like, oh, great. This is actually perfect, but I'll take both of them just in
Sure.
case. Takes them and he's like, and just so you know, like the photos that I just took get sent to them. I no longer have access to them, like all that
Nice.
stuff. And I was like, great, love that. This dude's super nice.
Yeah.
It's fucking 12:30
Yeah.
on a Saturday night, man. And this guy's just lovely as can be. Just super nice security guard. And I was like, great, thanks, man. And the fucking tow truck pulls up. And he was just like, this is actually super lucky because usually it takes them like a couple of hours
Yeah.
to dispatch someone.
Yeah.
This guy got here in like 20 minutes. And I was like, dope. Do you need anything else from me? And he was like, no. In fact, you should probably leave so it's like less exposure with you around this area.
Yeah.
Also, probably like a good idea, keep your car in like the guest lot or something
now,
for like
so that they
for,
don't
like, the
come
night.
back and get pissed and slash
Yeah,
your
and he was
tires.
like, just in case they retaliate or something like that, just leave it down there. Put it back in the morning. It'll probably
Yeah.
be fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I left it there, came here, but I was just like, I've never had to do that.
That's crazy.
And I felt bad.
Dude.
And I was like,
you're so Midwestern.
The whole time I was just like, man, should I have just left it in the parking lot down there and just like waited for them to leave? And Megan was like, no. They literally parked under a sign that says assigned safe spaces, you will be towed at the owner's expense. They knew the rules. They broke them.
They broke the rules.
And this is what they get for it. And I was like,
Absolutely. You're right.
all right.
You're right.
You're right.
She's
Fair
right.
enough. She is right. She's always right.
She's right, man. Yeah, I get it though. I would feel a little bad too.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I'm like, I just
Like,
you know,
that's a big expense and a time. But like, hey, it's not. You weren't born yesterday. You have a driver's license, so you couldn't have been
There's
born
a sign
yesterday.
on the wall right
Yeah.
there. Your car's here. There's the
Yeah.
sign.
So I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
I don't feel bad.
at all.
Fuck it.
Fuck him. Fuck him.
Fuck 'em.
I was just like the whole time. I was just like, I feel bad about this, but I was like, you know what? I think they're right, and it's now
Look at that.
1:17.
Look at that timing, bro.
So like, I'll get home. Hopefully, I'll park my car. Hopefully, it won't get keyed.
There's not gonna be like a fucking someone there waiting. Like I can't. He returned to the scene of the crime. Just like waiting in your parking spot, standing there in a trench coat.
Just like it's the fucking dude from Resident Evil 4 that like sells you shit.
Been waiting for you.
He like
Yeah,
opens
bro.
it up. He's just got like grenades and shit. He's like, "You're gonna park here, buddy."
No, you're not.
This is my space now.
You can park here.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, what the fuck, man? And like we had been like touring apartments and stuff because we were like, oh, let's try to like leave this place. And so it was just hilarious that like we literally went to an apartment showing, went to Mean Girls, came home, and was fucked. Yeah, so it's like maybe it's a sign
from the
man.
universe. Someone else is getting into that spot.
Yeah. But luckily enough, we don't have to sign another lease. We can just go to month now.
Oh, great.
So we're just gonna do that and just like set a thing to be like, okay, cool. When we find a place that's like, I would like to live here, then we'll leave. That way we don't have to like
give
force
your month's
ourselves.
notice and bah.
Exactly. I love it.
Nice.
That's
man.
one of the best
That's
things because last time we had to sign a whole 12-month lease again. So that's why we like stayed here for a whole other year. We love the place.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, man. And then, oh my god, dude, this morning because we were like, let's see if anybody said anything else. Other people had people towed last night too.
Really?
So I was like, oh, great.
What was going on last night?
But dude, there was a thing of like this guy was like, hey, like, why the fuck don't we have like packages? And they're like, well, you know, like we've worked with all the couriers to bring you everything, but like the USPS, they're like part of a union, so they can't do certain things. And like, you know, we really wish that they would like bring stuff to your door, but because they won't do it, you have to go to the post office. Like, we're really sorry for this inconvenience.
They just drop it. Do you not have like a mail room?
No, because they got rid of the mail room. Like in 2020, they just got rid of it, and they were like, everything will be delivered to your door. And they're like, but you'll have to go to the post office for anything delivered by USPS. They're like,
so many things are delivered by USPS.
And they were like, we really suggest that like you like start paying to have stuff delivered to you through UPS or FedEx. And I was like, bro, you're literally blaming the union and the USPS for a problem that you created.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck you, dude.
No, bro, that's nuts.
Absolutely go fuck yourself.
Landlord behavior.
Yeah, I was like, you created this problem, and now you're blaming us and everybody else for the problem that you created. Fuck you, dude.
That's crazy.
Fuck you. So yeah, end of the day, landlords aren't people.
Landlords are not people.
They're lizards.
They should not be treated as such.
No. Just drag them on the internet all you want, baby.
Absolutely.
Who gives a shit? Leave bad reviews. Who cares?
Do it. Dude, Vita, oh my god, Vita had so many bad reviews. I know.
Oh, didn't that happen?
Yeah, we can talk about it next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, dude, it's okay. I was just so sore.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. Thank you. I went to fuck yeah, dude. My tennis league started up again after not playing tennis for like pretty much a whole month, and so I'm like, I should go to the gym to get a little bit back in shape. And it was a bad idea to go to the gym the day before a tennis match, a weekend full of tennis matches. I went to the gym on Friday, and then I've been playing DDR like 2 hours a day since I got it. And then I had a tennis match yesterday morning, and then I went to Sky Zone yesterday.
Oh, fuck
and then I played more
Why
DDR.
were you at Sky Zone?
I love trampolines, bro.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay.
I love trampolines.
Fair enough.
So anyways, I'm just a little...
You put your body through a lot.
Put my body through a lot.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You put it on the line. You leave it all out on the tramp.
Leave it all out on the motherfucking tramp. And on the court.
Ramp.
Anyways, yeah, I'll fill you in on that yesterday. But no, the Vita Google reviews are actually fucking hilarious.
Dude, I literally have a Google document that is my review for my apartment for when we move out.
Oh yeah, dude.
I was like, no. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. The moment I'm out and I get whatever left of my security deposit that I get back, you're getting
Control-C, Control-V.
Yep.
Bye.
2 stars. Peace out. And the 2 stars are solely because the unit is nice.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
great. And the location is lovely. But everything else, bad. 3 stars less. 2 stars total.
Well, everyone, there you have it. There you have it, Brian's unofficial review. A review of what's to come. Big things are coming, as they say.
It's a new year. It's 2023, and Dark Brian's coming out in full force, baby. He's towing people. He's leaving 2-star Google reviews, and it is wonderful.
We are very proud of him. Everyone give him a nice round of applause. Some snaps. All right, everyone. Give it up for Dark Brian. We had a wonderful time here. I need a haircut, bro.
Yeah, I do too. I also ran out of product over break, so this is
you're just mopping it up.
This is just where we at, baby.
Well, everyone, rate us 5 stars and download us,
tweet at us,
do all that stuff.
Personally, because I kind of lost the login.
I also don't have the login anymore.
Yeah, we have an account. We just don't use it.
Yeah.
We'll try to be better about doing social media for this.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Whatever happens. We love you all. We appreciate you spending time with us here. And we will see you guys next time.
Middle of the day. Middle of the week. Peace.